Dee doo doo doo. Dee doo doo doo. Be doo doo doo. Dee doo dee da 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 da. Dee doo doo. Dee doo. All right, here we go. Give me just a few minutes to make sure that my stream's running well, and then we're going to get started here in just a few seconds. Going live in just a few minutes. Okay, okay. Like I am up and running on Twitch. I am doing good on Facebook. All right, here we go. Oh, it's been a while. All right. Main screen. Ta-da! Yay! I'm back. Yay! All right. Long time no see. We had to do some finagling to get our cameras and microphones and setup back to where we needed it to be so we can stream properly. We have a new sponsor. Boop. Board and Brew Games. Very proud to have them on as one of my sponsors. They have gifted me a lot of product for me to do my tabletop gaming. They are letting me teach inside of their location how to play role-playing games. They're gonna let me demo other new games that are coming out. I'm really excited to start on a new journey of discovery and a bunch of different games with them. So that's coming up here in the next few months, and I can't wait because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to play games. I'm here to mix it up with the community. I'm here to have fun and remember who I am through gaming. So first I want to talk about a new game that's coming out by a local. A local is actually doing this, Sebastian Aguilar. He has sent me a few promotional playtesting cards. So we're going to go ahead and switch to our new overhead cam. It's nice, see? So the game is called Clan Wars. Cards got all shuffled up because of my beautiful little girls. So Clan Wars is going to be the new hot TCG coming out. He's already doing demos in stores. He has a bunch of cards printed up and ready to go. And these aren't cheap little cards. Like, they're very nice, well done card stock. I think he's decided to not do the like fabric feel. The art is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and give you a look at that. Gozaguro's Evil Chicken. And I have yet to actually play the game. He sent me these cards so that I could check him out. I've watched him on Instagram. He's very, very active on Instagram. Clan Wars TCG on Instagram if you want to check it out. It's really neat. It's really cool. Van Damage. So that's supposed to be like a little play on Jean-Claude Van Damme. Again, I have no idea what these cards do. I just know that they look pretty cool. Bruisley Guru Hulk Out. This actually looks like a move and not a character. See if we can get to my favorite. Handbreaker. Target opponent discards their entire hand. I feel like that's going to be a big money card. That does not look like a nice card. Something that I was told was that the game itself is very competitive. You are swinging away at your opponents. You're making them discard cards. It is something that is made for the competitive player scene. Not that we're in short supply of competitive TCGs. You've got One Piece out, the new Dragon Ball TCG that's out, and I don't want to say Lorcana because I feel like Lorcana isn't super competitive. There are co-op options now for it, but it's it's another TCG that's out there. I was talking to a bunch of my friends about how the TCG market seems almost oversaturated, but all of these games play differently, and they give you a different sense of how you want to play and what you want to play. There's no reason for you to play multiple TCGs or to find the one that you truly love. Flesh and Blood. I'm still playing Magic. The card art on these is beautiful and very well done. Nope, 8 Danger Lufus. Again, he's playing on a lot of pop culture references. That's obviously Luffy the Monkey. Irados Rex. That beautiful card. I would love to have this as a playmat. That just looks beautiful. Like dancing on the water, dancing on air. Brady and Adam, thanks for watching via Facebook. I can see you. BB Force to Peace. Again, this game is not out yet. It'll be out soon. Ratharol. Engagement Party. So just a bunch of really cool, cute cards. Got a lot of stuff going on. Randolphu, Necessary Evil. Miros the Blessed. This is one of my favorite cards to look at. Like, you can barely see it behind, but there's like this evil aura around him, but he's got kind of a goofy face. Dark Angel is beautiful. Cyber Guru 3000. Oop. A Nearly Dead Cat or Kitty. Red Rider from the Hood. Some of the flavor text on these things is pretty funny too. False Prayer. All agents in training are immediately destroyed. Again, I have no idea how the game plays. I was just sent these cards ahead of time so I could take a look at them, and simply by the card art, I want to learn more. Like this card art is beautiful. It's eye-catching. It's different. It all falls into this neo-anime style that I like. Oh, here he is. Tyke Mason. I wonder who that's supposed to be. Rocco Balbino. Got a lot of red cards. Alright, last two. Quinn, Wind Manipulator. And then this one's my favorite simply because in Magic the Gathering I play blue, black, red. I have a blue, black, red artifact deck. I have a blue, black, red wizard deck. I love messing with my opponent. Counter spells. My favorite standard deck, if I can build it, is always going to be Nil. Simply because it's the dumbest win condition possible. And it looks like this is going to be one of my favorite cards because for every one of your cards that enters the grave, your opponent must yeet one card. So this is basically making them discard their hand while you pitch stuff to your graveyard. And that sounds exactly like my play style. Let's be mean, let's be goofy, let's try and win a different way. Limit your opponent's options by just being mean. I like it. That's what I want to see. Woo. Get y'all guys motion sickness. Next up, what I'd like to show you for one of the games that I've picked up. Board and Brew has these in stock. It's a game called Don't Look Back. It's very neat, and I spent most of this past Sunday sitting down with a composition notebook, reading the rules, taking notes, and falling in love with this game slash system. So it's supposed to be a war game where you have a couple of players go bed and they're dead. Thank you, Esmeralda Ramirez. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. That's my mom. She's on Facebook. Hi, Mama. Don't Look Back is a throwback to old 80s and 90s slasher films, those B movies. The idea of the game is 4 players, starting with 4 players. They have rules to go up to 6, but 4 players go against an AI bad guy killer, and then they have a plot, and so you're trying to fulfill the plot of whatever the plot may be. It could be survive the night, it could be heal somebody, it could be cleanse the area of ghosts, it could be destroy the werewolf. Whatever the plot may be, there, along with the plot, there's going to be a special bad guy killer. And you're to avoid the killer. You're supposed to try and knock out the killer. That could be one of the plot conditions: is knock the killer unconscious, knock the bad guy, or bring the bad guy to justice, something like that. And so they have a variety of ways to play the game, and the game plays by itself. The killer is AI. The game has very, very detailed rules on how to just let the game play itself. You and your friends are trying to figure out the plot, trying to figure out what to do about the bad guy, the scenario that's opening at hand, and it is very, very fun. Simply just me reading the rules. That's what I picked up on, and so it gives you a lot of opportunity to create your own stories. Maybe you liked Freddy vs. Jason, the horror movie, but you didn't like the way it ended, so you want to replay that and give it a different ending. This gives you the opportunity. One of my favorite goofy 80s, 90s movies was Return of the Living Dead. It was kind of a parody of Night of the Living Dead. It was much, much more goofy. It was very, very, I believe the term for it is gonzo. It's over the top. The acting was horrendous. I say horrendous in the best way possible. I love that movie. The characters were over the top, outlandish, and it really gave you a zombie movie that was funny. It was a funny zombie movie. And so I definitely want to redo that. I want to redo Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I want to redo a bunch of these things, like several of the things that I've been doing for VHS. My Very Horror Story RPG that I picked up from Ace Games, and turn that into a tabletop board game, because that's what this does. It gives you the rules to turn all your favorite movies into a tabletop board game. Let me give you a quick look at the book itself. Still figuring out the dimensions. Really well done. Art is phenomenal. Really gives you that old 80s, 90s slasher movie feel. Me and my friends have picked up playing Phasmophobia again, so we're looking at all these different things. Spookiness. The people that make this, Black Site Studios, actually have a ton of terrain for the game. Adding a game master, right? So, like I said before, the game itself is AI. So you play against the game. When the first edition of this was, you play against the game. The game will tell you, all right, this is how the bad guy character moves across the board. This is how the bad guy character chooses who to attack. It does that for you. But it gives you the option in these advanced rules to have a game master, to have somebody who's controlling the bad guy and making them even more hard to focus on, hard to deal with. So I'm learning from the very front of the book to the back. I'm going to read this entire thing through. I've been watching all the really cool stuff. It gives you dozens of encounters, corporate casualties, several plots, several bad guys. And I'm very excited to try this out. I'm very excited to build terrain for it. I'm very excited to create characters and create bad guys and remake some of my favorite old movies, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to enjoy that fun that comes with discovering a new game. Got that new game energy. Very excited for it. Next, we will come to what I believe will be the rest of the show, which is I have been commissioned by Nerdvana. They are a game store in Webster, Texas. I live in Houston, Texas, which is just north of Webster. I live in Humble, which is just north of Houston, which is just north of Webster. But they have asked me to assemble and paint some. There we go. Assemble and paint some Warhammer 40K models. So today I will start building these Adeptus Custodes, and then on a future broadcast I will be assembling some Dark Angels to get these prepped and ready for painting and have some fun. These guys look a lot like the Age of Sigmar characters that I've seen. They're these beautiful shiny suits of armor. Check this out. One of the things that I like that they've done is they have given you a color chart. So when you go to paint them, when the guys over at Nerdvana asked me to paint these, they gave me this, I think it's called a Vanguard Combat Patrol, like a starter kit. And the starter kit came with all the different paints that you need to paint them to studio scheme, right? So let me get this right. And I picked up these paints, picked up these models, and now I'm going to assemble the models and try and get them close to studio paint scheme, because I'm capable. And one of the things that I love about Warhammer models is their instructions, right? So all the bits and pieces. I'm pretty sure this is a model. I'll build this model today. I don't know who this is, but this is what we're going to build. This is a couple of models, I'm sure. A couple of models, I'm sure. A couple of models, I'm sure. So the instructions are really well laid out. It'll tell you what builds what goes where, who's on first. Yeah, so this, like this. This piece and this piece are one character. It's telling me that that's A. So that's our Blade Champion. That's the first thing we're going to build. It does look like we have multiple options. So he could be dual wielding, or it could be a single sword variant. So we'll start with that for tonight. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we're going to set the rest of these pieces to the side so I don't cut anything out that I don't need. We're going to start with the starting. Alright, so got one helmet, a sword. We're going to look for A1 and A4. A1, A4. We're going to take our handy dandy clippers. Bloop. These clippers are from Army Painter. They were a Christmas gift. It's very important to make sure that you're looking at. We need a little bit more light. There we go. There we go. Right. So I'm going to be very careful when clipping these out. I don't want to clip off parts that may need to be slotted in somewhere. I think I want to back this up a little bit. There we go. We're going to get this figured out. There we go. Do it in front of the camera, not in front of my face. There we go. Alright, so A1, A4. I'm going to shave down any pieces that may be a little out of there. Yep, see? So, got a little bit of a burr from the through, and I will always tell you to cut away from yourself. Never have the knife coming back. Always go away. Very safe. If you see me doing this any other way, it's because I don't care. I have very calloused hands, so I can do it the way I don't say to do it. There's another place that I clipped. 1, 2, 3. I guess that was a good clip. Not right here on this, on the tassel. Right. So we're just going to glue these two parts together. They fit right. Is that right? I guess so. Our other part? Yeah, he's going to have some other parts that tassel down in front of him. A5 specifically. So we grab our handy dandy Loctite glue. I will sing the praises of Loctite glue all day long, especially this Ultra Gel Control. What I want. This Ultra Gel Control gives you extra time to manipulate these pieces where you need them to. And it even shows you where to put the glue in the instructions. That's another great thing about these models. If you've never built models before, they give you great instructions on how to do it. Marvel Crisis Protocol does another great job of doing that. I recently built some Malifaux models that were very tough to assemble. They're extra tiny like these. Right here. And you don't need a lot, especially since these pieces are small. You don't want to do too much glue, because then it'll come out of all the excess points. You don't want that. Right. That is together. First portion. Whoop. Got a roller. So now we are going to look for a 5, a 3, and a 2. These little sprues are labeled. So a 5, a 3, and a 2. Boom, right there. Easy peasy. I like this. This makes it easy for us to assemble. It makes it easy for us to pay attention to what we're doing. I want to make sure I don't clip anything off. This should not be clipped off. Okay, I'm going to come in from this angle. Boop. Boop. Bop. There we go. That is a 5. And these boots should just come right off. Alright. Our X-Acto knife, again being very careful. Taking off the little nodules that the sprue had. Again, cutting away from you, so it's not to cut your finger. That's good. So Games Workshop has done a very good job of placement with these sprue burrs and where things will sit. Hey Brian, thanks for liking the stream, brother. I greatly appreciate it. Likes, follows, comments, everything helps get me out there into the algorithm. Shore up his little boots. Make them nice and squeaky clean. These boots were in fact made for walking. There's only one sprue part there, one sprue part here. I'm just gonna make sure it's flush, especially on the feet, because the feet will be attached to the base, and you want to make sure that there's as much contact with the foot to the base possible, because some of these guys have like really weird battle stances, and like you can see the bottom of the foot on this one, which means that it'll probably in the air. Like he's running, yeah, this one's running. Next up, oh, guess I'll attach these to it. So first, it looks like this battle skirt goes onto the front of him, and it's telling me to put super glue right here. And again, you don't need a lot of glue. You don't want it to come smushing out the sides. Up, blip. Go. Small pieces are good. Squeeze it tight. Then wipe away the excess super glue. And we'll do the feet. So looking at it, the tassel should go on the outside of the feet. Yep. So that's another reason that I make sure to take off any excess bit of that sprue flash of how these feet need to go. I'll put just a little bit of glue right here. Just a little bit of super glue out the edge. Take that off. Exacto. Here to wash my hands later. Super glue right here. Whoop. Again, you don't need a lot because you don't want it going everywhere. And a lot of people make that mistake. Then you can see all the glue all over the place like that. Easy to fix. And it looks so much better when it's not there. Oop, no more glue. We're gonna grab A6 and A7 for the instructions. We're going to build everything for the combat patrol, as the people that commissioned me asked. They said that they wanted to look just like what's in the combat patrol box art. So I will build everything like that. If it was up to me, I would probably take the combat patrol box and then Google what is the best way to build out the combat patrol box. What we got there? Noxtua? I don't know who you is, but hi. Hello. Is that Isaac? And you're on, I'm guessing you're on Twitch because I don't see you on my Facebook. Or maybe you're on YouTube. I don't know. All right. So the chain is on the right-hand side. It'll go right here. So again, you just take a little bit of the glue. You don't need a lot. So let me just put it in the edges. Boop. Man, these models look real good. Like, there's a lot of fine detail on these. Like, I should put more. Where's the bottom of this? Give it a little bit more stability. Put it like so. There we go. There's a lot of good fine details on these little guys. So I know that when I paint them up later, they're gonna look real good. This is showing me that there's like a notch. Yep. So we put one dot of glue right here. Yep. Dot of glue right here. That's good to go. I'm going to take an X-Acto knife because I can see a little bit of glue that popped out the top. I'm going to scrape along that edge and take off that glue so it doesn't show when we're painting. Next we take the 8A, which I believe is this one. This is Mighty Cape. Okay. So again, we're just going to go over any harsh flash and sprue. Take that down. Always cut away from yourself. I'll say it over and over again. So these go here, here. Weird placements, but okay, I see it. I see it. So I'm going to put some glue right here on this flat piece. Spread it out. Get a little dollop right here. And I don't want to get too much because there's a lot of detail on the back of his neck that I don't want to goof up with super glue. There we go. So it's just enough. Not too much. There we go. So now we move forward with what they want us to do. Because we haven't put a head on yet. 1B. It gives us 3 different head options, but we're going to go with the combat patrol option, which is the helmet. Also because helmets are easier to paint, like full helmets. So we'll take that. I need A15 and A16. So A15 and A16. Put the sword. Put the sword. The sword. That'll drop. A16, A15, and then this A16. This is what's gonna hold the sword all together. Up. Ooh. Almost had to go scrambling for a piece. Yeah, because his other hand is already connected to the sword, so he's going to be taking a big mighty swing. We will. Popped right off. Alright, cool. Alright, so I am going to... First things first, it tells me to attach A to B. Put a little glue on B. On stream. Not off camera. I should attach this first. Put it back here. How does this fit? Oh, I see it. Right. Right across. This. Right here. There we go. Oh no. There we go. Two. Three. All together. Now you can see, got his feet. I'd like to put him on his base next because I think that's going to help with how the rest of his positioning goes. So I can see he's just going to go standing on this custom base piece. Up a loop. Put a little dab of super glue right there. The bottom of his foot is flat. That'll just step right onto here. Now he can stand all by himself. He is on a 40mm base, so we are going to carefully cut open the package, pierce from the top. Fill out the bases. I think they're all 40mm. Double check. Yep, everything's 40mm. Awesome. The Dark Angels have several other characters are on different base sizes, so it could differ from model to model. But with all these being the exact same, that's fantastic. That means that there's no issue. So I'm going to just going to put some super glue across the bottom here. James, thanks for tuning in. I see you there. Gonna put a bunch right there. This should help you find some stability. Right. Only thing left to do is to put on the shoulder pads and head. So we have I said before that we're going to do his full helm. He has 3 different head options. But the full helm looks the coolest, and it is what is in the combat patrol directions. So we'll be going with that. Shaving the excess sprue off. He had a little bit on his headpiece, but it'll come right out. Should be a little notch inside of his helmet. You just barely see it right there. So we will glue. Helm. Not looking straight. Hey, how are we doing? Hey, James. We're doing pretty good. We're almost done with this Blade Champion. He's a Adeptus Custodi. We're gonna put on his pauldrons, shoulder pads, and he will be good to go. Whoop. 1, 2, 1, 2. Last one. 3. Oh, we will be snipped tonight, so I'm going to put up sheath like snips. I have a few extra pieces, some swords. I'll need to contact, see if they want these bits back or if I can use them for basing materials later. Hope I get to keep them. Although I wonder what a kill team of these guys would look like. Okay, I got all the flash off this piece. Double check piece. A bit of flash here. Again, always cut away from yourself. You see me doing the opposite, it's because I have calluses that don't allow me to get cut. And always cut away from yourself. Safety first. It looks like the big lion piece. Oops. This is the left shoulder pad. We've got a little dot right there. Fill that. There's an indentation here, so my guess is a boop. You guys are going to be so much fun to paint. Right. That's gonna be it. So we have assembled our Blade Champion for the Custodes Astarte. Adeptus Custodes. Adeptus Custodes. Really simple to put together. I put it together in less than 30 minutes. And it is a much smaller model in comparison to what I have been building. So the Incredible Hulk for scale. Top-down reference. Dwarfed. The Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures are a little bit bigger in scale. They're less pieces, I feel like. But the details on the going here. The details on these Warhammer 40K models are beautiful. That'll do it. Oh, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with these guys. I'm gonna slap chop them. So I'm gonna base them in black and then dry brush them with a metallic bronze, and then dry brush them with the gold to give them this really cool metal, and then go back over and hit the different areas with the different washes that they asked me to get. Where's the what? Where's the box? What's up? So I have the Nolan oil, the Reichland flesh shade is what's going to allow me to wash over the metal bits to give them this bronzy look after I've dry brushed them gold. They look beautiful. Beautiful models. Blade Champion. Next I'll be doing the Alaris Custodians. So I'll be doing the Alaris Custodians next time on stream. If I don't do them sometime in between, before then, I need to get these guys out back to them. But there we are. Oh, I want to thank you for watching today. I had a great time assembling these Warhammer 40K models. I'll be doing more over the course of this month. July will be a very adventurous month for me as I'm partnering up with my new sponsors and doing commissions and moving forward with a lot of things going on in games. I'll be hopefully streaming live from the Lone Star Open, where I'll be playing Marvel Crisis Protocol with my good friends for a big long weekend of wargaming and just hanging out. So I'm very excited about that coming up as well. If you had a good time, please like, please share, please comment. Let others know that I do this. I'll be coming back with my RPG 101 series while I walk people through how to be a better role player, how to be a better storyteller. So that is something that I'm enjoying. And then I'm also be running some classes at Board and Brew Games here locally in Houston, Texas for the exact same thing, what I'm calling my RPG boot camp. Walking people through how to be a better role player, how to be a better storyteller, and just how to enjoy the game a little bit more without feeling any pressure from doing it, right? Because sometimes there's a bit of performance anxiety when playing these games, and it shouldn't be there. Like, it doesn't have to be there. and finding yourself a good, safe place to play, and being happy with who you are and happy with how you play. It will go a long way with your games. Oh, but as for me, that is it. I hope you had a good one. Have a blessed night, and remember, walls ahead, rubble behind.